Us in the back. Hi there, welcome. Oh my gosh, here I am again on another adventure. This time I am going to South Manitou Island, which I've done in the past, you've seen. But today I'm going with a group of women and it's going to be a totally different experience. I'm not camping this time and we're not really hiking a lot. Today we're going to take a wagon tour ride around the island and then we're going to tour the lighthouse and just kind of embrace it and see the island together. And I'm so excited to share this with a group of friends. There's 6 of us, I believe, coming. And gosh, we're just gonna have so much fun. It's gonna rain. We looked at the forecast. I don't think we're gonna get out of it. And I'm just hoping it doesn't storm. But we all are Northern Michigan women and we're outdoors women. We brought our gear. We're ready for anything. So stay tuned and we're sure to have some fun.
But she's leaving tomorrow to go try to find so yeah, that's a really great thing. Now she's getting some emotion, but she hasn't gone to parking yet, and shoes to walk out. So yeah, this year we have we do have rocks in the water, but then
it's about 20 feet of water there. It's marking the shallow water between it and the south end of North Manitou Island. The lighthouse was crewed by 6 men, Coast Guard. They worked 3 weeks on it, 1 week off. The lighthouse replaced a lighthouse ship that was moored there during the shipping season. The Coast Guard decommissioned the lighthouse in 1980 and automated the light, and it was the last lighthouse on Lake Michigan.
I don't think there was anything anybody could do. I've had it for a long time. It takes a while for that.
Okay, well, we made it off the ferry. It was a lovely ride, pretty calm waters, so no big waves or anything. So now we're waiting here for the wagon tours to begin, and what we signed up for today was the farm, stead, and schoolhouse tour, and it's supposed to take about 2.5 hours, ending at the lighthouse, and we'll be able to climb up the lighthouse, and I can't wait to show you that. I'm so excited. The beautiful blue skies right now, so I'm really hoping the radar proves wrong or it fizzles out the storms and the rain that's supposed to be coming through. So yeah, we're just gonna hang out here. We use the restrooms. The village is where there's flush toilets, where you would camel up with water before you go out. And so we're just waiting for the wagon to show up and start the tour.
You'll pay at the end of the tour, cash or
Do you know what the botany is?
I gotta go. There's supposed to be those millipedes here too.
Oh, there's a lot. I don't want to scare her. That's not going to work. That's not going to work.
Not here, on the north end of the other island. Yeah. And reattach them to the building, so that it's not actually indoor plumbing here, but these are. Florence Lake is the inland lake here on the island, and that's named after Florence Haas. And Florence Haas became one of the first female captains on the Great Lakes, following the death of her husband, who was originally the mailboat captain between the Manitou Islands and the mainland.
And you said she was also the
She
bravest.
was also, yeah, within only a couple of years, she became one of the bravest captains as well. She would commonly run in weather that most captains wouldn't dare, and she never lost a soul or package.
Very fun. Thank you. So that was very interesting. The last time I came out here to hike, we were hiking and not part of a tour, so we were not able to go inside the schoolhouse. So it was very fun and interesting to hear the history of the schoolhouse. Florence Haas was also the school teacher here and a midwife. And at the passing of her husband, to earn extra income is when she became a captain. So I'm going to do my best to repeat what I just heard from our tour guide. This structure right here that we're looking at was the ice house, where they would go to the Florence Lake and get blocks of ice in the wintertime, bring them back here and put them in this ice house, which had special properties to it like the wood and stuff, and they would cover them with sawdust and preserve them throughout the summer months. So that is the ice house of this farmstead. Okay, and then this building here was the extra cookhouse. So they would do their cooking and baking in here so they would not overheat the main house. So this is the cookhouse. And what you're looking at here is the old apple and pear orchard, and they are doing more planting here for building up the orchard out here. So this is the apple and pear orchard. And wait till I show you this other crop, but I want to show you the foundation of the base of the barn first. So the last time I was here, I was intrigued by this foundation because it's rock on the bottom and then it goes in wood. And so our tour guide said that they started with rock on the foundation, and then when they had to keep lifting the heavy rock up higher and higher, they started using split cedar. And cedar is known for its resistance to rot and hardiness. So that's why that this foundation is rock and this cedar. So I'm glad I took this tour. Now I know, because I didn't understand what the difference was, why they went from rock to cedar. So very interesting and very beautiful. Okay, here's another interesting historical fact. This crop behind me is called rosin rye, and it was originally brought over from Russia. And this is still being grown here privately, and they harvest this seed. They planted it here so it doesn't crossbreed with other rye, and they keep this here. They harvest the seeds because it's original seeds from Russia for this rosin rye, and they transport it back to the mainland and keep growing it there. It was brought over by two Russian gentlemen and planted, and now it's been privately harvested for making, and please forgive me because I'm not a whiskey person, whatever they make with rye. And I'm so sorry, I don't know what they make with rye. Anyway, so that they have in the makings, it's going to be a couple of years, Rosen Rye, and I think that's the name of the whiskey. But sadly, the two Russian gentlemen that brought it over to the United States upon their return to their homeland were killed for doing so. But the crop continues on. And the resting place of Elizabeth and David Beck. And here comes the rain.
The rain, I'm expecting that it won't last long. Our next stop and our last stop is at the cemetery, which is very exposed to the rain.
Human skeleton found on dunes, 1933. Off we go to the lighthouse.
Oh my God, sorry, go ahead. If you get dizzy, look at the wall or the railing. If you feel the staircase move, it's just not attached to the wall.
They're renovating it.
So good for my step count. I feel like I want to dip.
Spend the shift.
Right here? Right here. Just coming through it.
Where are you going to the bathroom? An oil, a wood stove here.
There used to be one?
Yeah.
This is where you would sit and watch, she said. This is where you did your shift.
So we made it up to the top of the lighthouse. When we first got there, it had a sign saying it was closed due to weather because they saw lightning. And so the rangers were watching their radar to make sure that the storm was passing away from us. So it was safe to go up into the lighthouse, but we had to make it really quick. So I didn't get a whole lot of video. I do have another content out there when I came here and camped with some girlfriends, and I got more video there. But I'm just so happy that me and my friends were able to at least get up into the lighthouse and see the staircase and just hear the history about it. And then we were able to get up and walk around. It was so windy. It was so windy. So that was kind of scary for me. but we made quick work of it, and then we came down and the ranger gave us more detailed history of the lighthouse. So now, as you saw in the video, maybe, the skies are getting pretty dark and the winds have really picked up. So we have an hour before our ferry departs. And so now the question is, oh boy, I hope the ferry still departs because we have nothing with us for sleeping, because we just came over for a day trip, and like I think I have one Cliff Bar left, and so I'm anxious to see how they do this, if they still do the ferry or not, or what. Anyway, stay tuned, I'll let you know. But yeah, we went to the Lighthouse, the Lighthouse, and now we're gonna meander down through the village and go do a little bit more hiking down and check out another campground if we get it that far, and just kind of hike around and enjoy the beauty of the island. So stay tuned. Look at this picture of us. So we are hiking now just to kill some time and just explore some more. So now we're hiking out away from the village a little bit towards the Bay campground. The winds have calmed down, so we're remaining optimistic. I think the storms are south of us, so that's good. We've been getting lots of reports from back home that the storms are very bad back home, but I think it's looking good that we're gonna be able to ferry out of here at 4 o'clock. So anyway, I'm showing the girls down here where the other Bay campground is and letting them see the sights down here. So we're heading to the ferry to board. Nice calm waters.
So that's not out yet.
No, it's out.
Oh.
It just got out. Yeah.
You know, I do it with Greg Landward. It says in that one tonight.
Because the light is constant. It doesn't flash. Okay, here we are at the Cove restaurant enjoying a beautiful dinner together. And I want to ask these ladies what their favorite part of the day and the island is to share with you. Okay, Chris.
Yes. My favorite part of the day was being with these women. It was so inspiring and fun and joyful.
Oh, good.
I didn't hear what she said.
Janet?
Mine was the lighthouse, climbing the lighthouse.
That was amazing, wasn't it? It was so beautiful. I'm so glad we're able to get up there. Yes. Angie, what was your favorite part of the day in the island?
My very favorite part was hanging out with girlfriends because
Yay.
I love it. But I did like, I liked the lighthouse. I liked how windy it was. It was kind of scary a little bit. The sky was threatening, but we didn't get bad weather. It was fun.
Good.
Everything was fun.
Good. And Penny?
My favorite part was getting to know Janet and Angie, who I did not know, just knew their names. And I was the one happy person that the lighthouse was closed.
Yes.
And then it was open.
And then it was
And
open.
it was good.
Yes.
It was all good.
Good.
Yeah, that was fun too.
Good. And Rita?
I really I feel like I was traveling, and I met wonderful conversations with a young guy on the way over, a young woman on the way back. I mean, it just felt like this is really cool because you're in a new town, a new space. People are friendly, and they're talking to you, and they have new stories that we haven't heard.
Right?
Yeah, I felt like I was traveling.
Oh, good. Very good. And
Yeah, I think bonding is always you know, it's always the biggest thing, you know, just having everybody come together and hearing everybody's stories. But also, the island is fascinating. You know, we got to see some interesting wildlife, which, you know,
And a video of a snake.
yeah, yes, absolutely. But you know, it really does take you back in time and lets you see what it was to be in Michigan in the 1800s. And you really could get a good feel of the desolation of what up north really was like. So yeah, it was a great experience. And of course, Cammie always makes everything better. One more thing. I like saying the beauty of northern Michigan.
Oh, yes.
It is stunning, and we live in the best state ever.
Amen. I think so too.
Thank you, Cammie.
And this
Thank
was
you,
Lori,
Cammie.
by the way.
And my favorite part was sharing what I love to do with friends. That was my favorite thing, to share with other women and bring them together and do a little adventure with them. So thank you, ladies.
Thank you. Cheers.